Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real. That over there is Theo B. And if we together, this must be Friday Vibin. Hello and welcome. Theo, what's good, doctor?
Man, listen, you know what? I just had this wild thought, and it's because of the mindset that I'm in. I think we need to change the introduction from Friday Night Vibe from live and alert to watch this. If you don't like it, I'm just don't go throw it out there. I'm throwing it out there. If you catch it, let me know. Hi, and somewhat alert on the north side of the dirt.
Let's workshop that. Let's do that.
Woo! Just in case anybody want to know how I'm feeling this evening, I feel good. Yeah. I feel good.
And greetings and salutations to the one and only Grand Madam Tarot in the building. She say what
Grand
up,
Madam.
She say what up, Theo. Nancy the Spider's in the building. Ronnie J is in the building. And Afro, what's up? You awake? I guess so. Okay. Well, hang with us long as you can hang with us, boy. Hang long as you can. Y'all pull on in here. We got a little bit something, man. We're gonna lay on y'all tonight. I'm feeling pretty good because it's Friday.
Look here.
It's Friday.
Look here.
It's some stuff I ain't got to worry about on Friday.
Nothing. Listen, we got 5. That's enough to keep the show alive. I want to go ahead and jump off into it, big bro. If you don't mind, folks gonna have to catch it's gonna catch the replay. They're gonna have to catch the replay.
Okay.
Because I've been chomping at the bit for this one, big bro.
They catch the replay. It's all good.
Big bro. So I let you know, and my brother Kamoyo know I got something going on over there on TikTok, right? So okay. I put the promo picture, the big red one, Ironheart, Riri Weave, it got the little silhouette of her armor behind her and everything like that. Right. And I said, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. I want to make sure. I'm laughing because I had no idea that this is where we were at with it. But make sure I got the volume down. We don't want no copyright strikes, anything like that.
No.
I puts the thing up there, right? And I says, crime racism when you know little to nothing about the character. Big bro, that thing right now is at 8,411 views and counting.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's funny. Way too many. Like, if we looking at 100 being the number, like you got 0 to 100, right? You see what I'm at with it?
I'm tracking.
95 to 97% of the people, based on their comments, pro or con, don't know a damn thing about that character outside she showed up in Black Panther 2. The racists don't know. The folks crying racism don't know. The folks crying racism just gonna say the folks that don't like it, they racist. The racists that don't like it gonna say one or two things. The show woke or DEI. It's the most, boy, look. So the question that I had on the table for you is
okay. Question on the table. Yeah.
Woo! I might be too high for this one. So the question on the table is, well, I got the first one. Have you heard, are you familiar with you're on social media like I am. Are you familiar with the thoughts being expressed on social media?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Now, I think it goes without saying. We know how we feel about those say crime, DEI, and woke. Ed, go sit down some damn well.
Right.
How do you feel? Because I know how I feel. I didn't express it. I'm sorry. Based on your experience thus far with the comments that you come across on social media that are hollering racism being the reason why this show, why everybody, not some, not most, all, why everybody don't like Ironheart. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. I gleaned a two-part question in what you just said. Okay, we're gonna start with the first part. The comments from these people who are who are in there. Okay, all right, okay. I give you my from a standpoint that people are used to getting from me, and that is make it make sense. Okay, so where I'm at with that is, how can you feel any kind of way about anything when you know absolutely freaking squat about it? I'm not jumping on no bandwagon just because it's fashionable. I'm not gonna be outraged with the group if the shit they saying don't outrage me. Now, the second part of your question, because I have not the remotest interest in Ironheart or anybody's opinion on the character, I guess all I could say is, why? Why are we even putting this much attention into a Riri Williams? Why? That's what I want to know. What is the reasoning for, like, okay, of all the characters that they got a badass track record of giving TV shows and shit to people who ain't got no business being on television, at least not by themselves, carrying a whole damn series, and you struggling to try to find shit to make this show interesting to somebody. She's just the latest in a long line of, I guess, semi successful ideas. I don't know.
Can I tell you what one of our brothers said on Twitter?
What? Oh God!
No, it was funny. It was funny. It was hilarious because it's one of the things. It make you sit back and go,
What somebody on Twitter said? What somebody on Twitter said, Theo?
He said, damn. So the sister got to take on another Latino as a villain, huh? They won't put it, make him out. They won't make the villain a white person for nothing in the world, will they? And I know folks gonna be like, nah, Theo, that ain't right. What about Carly Morgenthau from Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I'm sorry, her father's black.
You can't tell. You can't tell by that hair.
Her mother's a ginger. Her mother's Irish. She's ginger. But
no, I'm saying you can't tell from that child hair that she got. Her mama has some black in her.
Bro, let me tell you what I did. So
you didn't catch that, Theo.
I did. I caught it.
I'm sorry.
You know what it was? I caught it and I acted like Marshall Faulk. I just gave the ball to the official. I ain't need to celebrate it. I caught you, big dog. I caught you.
I'm still here.
Hey, her mama got some black in her. I heard you. Hey, we've been doing this long enough right now where if you line up at quarterback and I'm at receiver, you ain't got to say nothing.
All right. I ain't gonna check down. I'm only going deep.
So here was the thing, right? I'm looking at her in the show. And you know me and you've been doing this for a minute. When I say doing this, looking at women.
Okay.
We've been looking at women for a long time now. What did we used to be a member of back in the day?
Percentage of the population on the planet.
Come on, somebody. Hey, what did I know? I was a member of the Southern chapter. Were you a member of the Northern chapter of the FBI crew, female body inspectors? Were you?
Midwest chapter.
Midwest chapter, right. So we've been observing the female form for quite some time. So I'm looking at her on the show, right? I'm like, wait a minute. I looked at the lips. I said, Then I looked at the cheekbone structure. I said, wait a minute. I pulled back, then looked at her frame. I said, you know what? Let me go check something out real quick. Bro, when I pulled up her family, I said, oh yeah, that make all the sense in the world. that make all the sense in the world. So yes, to all my brethren out there and everything like that, no, the brother that said it on Twitter was more right than a little bit. No, your black hero ain't had a white villain yet. I guess we're gonna say Thunderbolt Ross, but then we don't even know why it was Thunderbolt Ross.
Well, I guess in a manner of speaking, you could say it does reflect what's in the comics, because who is Sam Wilson's arch foe in the comics?
You mean currently?
Period.
He got one?
Okay, so
but yeah, you know what?
I guess that movie was set up perfectly, huh?
Hey, I'm giving that some thought though. Tell me how I'm gonna throw this alley-oop to you. You know what I'm saying? If it's a bad pass, let me know if it's a bad pass. It's basketball season.
All right, okay.
Based on his origin story, and since you and I are comic book fans, no, we never come at it from an MCU perspective. Shouldn't his arch nemesis be? Oh, I mean, I know it's Steve's arch nemesis, but considering Sam's origin story, shouldn't his arch nemesis be the Red Skull?
Should be. I mean, he's definitely got a bone.
I mean, I'm deferring to you.
He got a bone to pick with him, for the, the manipulation that was done with the Cosmic Cube, if we're looking at that particular continuity.
Lady Nightshade?
They're who?
Lady Nightshade? Which one? Is that the one that turned him into a werewolf?
She turned Steve Rogers into a werewolf.
Oh, okay. My fault.
Unless she turned Sam into a werewolf later on, and I don't know nothing about it.
Well, I defer to you. Okay.
I see, if it's gonna be an arch foe, and this is just me, if this is gonna be the one that we say is your Dr. Doom, is your Magneto, is your Apocalypse, is your Green Goblin, that needs to be somebody with a personal connection or a really close connection to Sam. Sam been too busy playing Captain America's partner for so many years. he ain't had anybody like that. Go again, correct me if I'm wrong. Paul Martin, you in the building. You kind of OG with it. Is there somebody somewhere that in Sam Wilson past that got like a personal grudge? Something that be like, I don't like how that shit what you did. I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna kill Misty, or something like that. Who?
Speaking of villains, before I forget, let me come across the court now. I see you over there in the corner.
Okay.
I see you over there in the corner. I like how this gonna set up too. I like how this set up. Like I said, it's basketball season. Nice little play I'm finna draw up and everything like that.
I'm posted up. I'm posted.
Okay. So I'm coming down court. Now I got this dude in front of me that's telling me there's this Black Panther video game coming out where you can play as either M'Baku or Killmonger. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
For the knockdown 3. Well, if those are the Black Panthers that you can be, who the hell are the villains besides Claw? Because we know damn good well they don't know a damn thing about they don't know not a damn thing about no Akibe. They don't know a damn thing about no Akibe.
And that's what I was about to say. Unless they did their research.
No. And they can't use
got a bone to pick with T'Challa. Do they know that?
They can't use him because the average fan, the video game buyer, don't know a damn thing about Akibe. Thus, Akibe ain't a major villain. Who they finna use? Oh, I don't know. Madam Slay? No, you don't know who that is. Let me see. Baron McCabe? No, you're not gonna use him. Even King Malice? No. Don't nobody know nothing about. So who we using as the villain? Claw?
Well,
Crossbones.
That's my thing. I feel like they should just do that shit anyway. Because if you ain't got T'Challa in the shit, it's gonna fail anyway. So if you're gonna go, you might as well go all out. Go ahead and throw some. I could see somebody like Salamander Crew lending themselves well to a game like that as a mid-level boss, given his particular set of skills. I could see somebody like Venom with 2 M's, Horatio Venom, being somewhat of a problem with some snakes and maybe some hand-to-hand. I mean, it could be done, but will they do it?
Probably. No, you can't sell the game based on those characters.
You don't have to sell the game based on the characters. You can sell the game based on the heroes.
Right. So my question is, because I'm petty and I'm high. Okay. So in this video game, I'm playing as Eric Killmonger as the Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Am I gonna face off against Eric Killmonger?
Probably not, because that game continuity will be set up to
am I as Eric Killmonger gonna face off against
into believing that Killmonger is the Black Panther, because it perpetuates that confusion and it further drives the narrative away from T'Challa.
But we too busy bickering.
We too busy bickering and arguing about a video game that got Killmonger as the head instead of saying, why ain't T'Challa there?
So I'm gonna ask a question. So, because I lean on wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And experience is that. So folks have said so many times that dude remind them of Batman. You know what? Let's go play. Because Darren like to play games, y'all. Darren like to play games, and I don't know if y'all noticed it tonight. I'm the host. Daryl is the guest. So, Daryl, can we play a game?
I like games.
So, if T'Challa is Bruce,
okay,
Dick is
you asking me to?
Yeah. Like if the character don't exist, just say that character don't exist.
Oh, a Richard Grayson. They don't exist.
All right. Bruce is T'Challa. Alfred is
again don't exist.
Okay, all right. Stay right there. Barbara Gordon is
Shuri.
I like that. That's a solid answer. That's a solid answer. All right. At least we got something on the board. All right. I like this one right here. I think you're going to get this one too. Bruce is T'Challa. Kate Kane is
Besa?
Huh?
Besa?
Okay. That makes sense when you think about it. That ain't who I was thinking about, but you know what? That make all the sense in the world. Okay, all right. Here we go. Let's flip it a little bit. Here we go.
Okay.
Bruce is T'Challa. Joker is
Akibe?
All right. That's effed up. Because we know who the Joker is. We don't know who the hell the Chief Akibe is. Stay right there. Yeah, you like this, don't you? You like this. All right. Here we go. Bruce is T'Challa. The Penguin is
Claw.
All right. I like that. That's fair. Here we go. All right now. Bruce is T'Challa. The Riddler is
the fact that I got to think about it.
All right, that character don't exist. That's saying. All right, yeah. I'm gonna flip it. T'Challa is Bruce. Killmonger is
Deathstroke.
That's tough right there. All right, stay right here. Ah. Which is crazy because folks know more about Slade than they know about Eric because they keep wanting to say Eric the Black Panther. Can you tell me? Never mind. T'Challa is Bruce. M'Baku is
Bane.
And people know way more about Bane than they. I don't think folks look at Bane as no damn hero.
Yeah, but that's some shit that the
I'm just saying, like, we ain't ever got Bane confused with Bruce. Like, we know who the hell Bane is in his relationship to Bruce. We're confused.
You name comic and cinematic characters,
right?
So I'm assuming that we operating from a comic standpoint.
We are, but you know what? The consistency is still there. Bane in the movies is still a villain to Bruce. Like, they ain't portray him no other damn way. Live action.
Well, we know that's a KF problem.
Okay, so let's go right here. You said who did you say Eric was?
Eric Killmonger?
Yeah. You said Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Okay, you said Deathstroke. We ain't never paint Deathstroke as a sympathetic villain.
Kind of did in New 52.
Huh?
Kind of did in New 52.
Wait. Because we know he
had his own comic. And
he did. And in the New 52, let me see. I know dadgum good and well he was responsible for the death of Ryan Choi, the second Adam. Had to bring him back. I know damn good and well he was smashing a minor. Like, damn. I mean, underage. I mean, like no development whatsoever. Like a minor. Like we want to talk about grooming. Oh my goodness, great. I don't know why. Considering her brother is a superhero,
Hey,
Geo Force, I don't even know why Slade walking around.
Let a bad guy be a bad guy. If he gonna be bad, let him be all the way bad. I like my villains villainous.
Listen,
The more
he bad.
villainous, the better. Give me that Dr. Light. Give me that Professor Zoom. Give me that Lex Luthor. Yeah, I like those kind of that. You want good guys and you want bad guys. I want my bad guys fucking bad. I want them rotten to the core.
Here's the thing. You said Deathstroke and Bane. We know those are clear-cut Batman villains. Make no mistake about it, folks. We can have a debate in regards to whether or not Deathstroke is Bruce's villain or Richard's villain. That's debatable. But at the end of the day, what we can agree on, Slade Wilson is a villain.
Definitely.
We get a Batman game. You know who we can count on popping up in that Batman game is villains. Slade Wilson might pop up in that game. He might. What other dude you said? Bane definitely showing up as a villain, not playable as Bruce. You're not gonna be able to go into a Batman game and play Batman as Bane on some villain. You're not gonna be able to go into no Batman game and play Batman as Slade Wilson.
but we know why that is, though, right?
You know what? I'm gonna play the fool. No, I don't know why at all. Because that don't make no damn. Because my brother would tell me make it make sense. That don't make no damn sense.
Status. It's the difference between Chris Brown and Tory Lanez.
Stay right there. I like that segue.
about Tory Lanez getting stabbed.
Both of them. What's going on? What is going on? What's going on, big dog? Big dog, what's going on?
Why did Chris Brown go back to the UK? If you knew you don't go where you know you got warrants. If you know you got warrants, we all know that as a people. If I got warrants over there, I'm not going over there. I don't care how much money you give me, unless you're gonna put some of that money towards me paying off whatever it is that's gonna put me behind bars.
Well, you know what? It's funny you said that, because I don't know how much truth this is. So of course this is scuttlebutt. But ever since, because we had a lot going on this week with entertainers, then we were at Diddy trial and we got the Tory Lanez thing.
I covered some of that in my live. I wanted to talk about a specific point, but man, why is she gonna be gone in a couple of days? We putting all this focus on Cassie. She gonna be done. And you ain't gonna be stop throwing what else is getting ready to come out is what you need to be asking yourself. Who else is getting ready to spill beans?
That's what I was saying when we talk about why Chris left. I've been hearing, I don't know if it's true, that quite a few are leaving the country, so they ain't got to testify.
I get it.
Some of these folk don't want to walk into a courtroom because they know the chances of them walking out ain't good. And let me just say, can I testify for a little bit?
Go ahead. You got it, brother Theo.
I'm gonna testify for both of us this evening. I am.
Okay, let me drink my drink.
Because I want to thank God. I was talking to my wife last night. I said, you know what? I don't want me to think that because I ain't there, I couldn't do it. No, God didn't want you there. That's what that was. That God didn't want you there. You didn't talk to Prof T. You didn't see these horror stories and everything like that. Both they got locked up and everything like that. You know who you was as a young person and everything. You might have just got caught up because you was wrong place, wrong time and everything like that. No, you need to thank God that he got you where he wants you to be at this particular time, juncture, and place. Just because all the stuff that you said you wanted to do, watch this. You did it. You just didn't do it on the level you wanted to do it. So you shown you can do it. That ain't the question. No, you can do it. The thing is clearly there's a higher power don't want you doing it. And as you survey the landscape right now,
yeah.
Woo! I just want to thank God for where I'm at, as opposed to where I could be.
Okay.
Golly.
Okay. That's
Bruh, because you know me and you wanted to do the singing thing. Like, we don't need to act like if we had some choices on the table. You know, who might we have as being young in our 30s, late 20s, who might we have kicked the bobo with back then?
I will say this. I've been in the presence of greatness before it was greatness.
Right.
And I knew it was great.
Right.
I say like 89, 90, somewhere around that time. I was living in Oakland, California. And I was living with this guy named Joe Caper, and he had a studio in his basement. And
you told me that.
And that was one of the fringe benefits. You know, I could go down there and mess around and poke around and mess. So a lot of stuff I know is self-taught. He had gave me a tape one day, and he said, "Listen to this and tell me what you think about it." And I'm like, "What is it?" And he like, "It's this guy. He dropped by the other day, and he dropped the tape off." I looked at the tape. You know what the tape said?
What?
It said 187 proof, Spice One.
By who?
Spice One. So, for those of you that don't know, who are not familiar with Spice One is a Bay Area rapper. He had music in the Menace to Society soundtrack. He had music on the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. He had a couple collabos with MC8 or Compton's Most Wanted. Anyway, before all of this shit happened, tape placed in my hand. I don't know if you've ever heard 187 proof, but basically he's talking about drug deals and drive-bys, but the people that he's talking about doing these drug deals and drive-bys are all named after some type of liquor. So 187 proof.
That's all right.
That's a badass concept. Okay, 187 proof, and everybody liquor proof, because liquor got proof on it. Oh, okay. I see where the man went with it. That's some dope ass shit. And it's a dope ass song too. So it just go to show you, man, you can find genius anywhere. You can find, people who do fantastic things, that do inspirational things anywhere. You know what I mean? And then when I heard that song, I saw the tape later on, and I heard that song, and I'm like, oh, that brother made it. You know what I'm saying? It happened for him. You know what I mean? So I have more fond memories than I do regrets. You know
all right, no. I ain't even talking about it coming from a regret perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. No, I'm really more so talking about it from, what you've accomplished in the past, right? And you know what you wanted to do, and I don't regret it. I like what I'm doing right now. Like, it kind of is what it is. Because as I said before, I've done all those things. So it kind of is what it is. But as I survey the landscape, man, this week, when we look at Smokey Robinson.
I saw that. Oh my God. Smokey Robinson.
Like,
First of all,
bro, it's like
first, if I had a flag, I'd throw it. First, yes, first. How old is Smokey Robinson?
Dirt.
Ain't Smokey Robinson almost 90 or not?
Smokey Robinson old enough to be our granddaddy.
Ain't no goddamn 90-year-old rapist. I don't know who 80, 90, man, ain't no are 80-year-old people thinking about raping people?
You know what? I want to tell you. Like, I want to tell you no. I want to tell you no, except the comedian in me remembers a video that I just saw maybe about a year ago of Smokey Robinson.
I know what video you talk about. Smokey on stage and he feeling himself in more ways than one. I saw that video and I said, Smoke, you got Smoke. Come on now, nigga, you 80 something. You got to have some class, bro. You got to have some class about you. You can't be trying to do the young guy thing. Come on, not like that.
At least Ron was sitting down in a chair. At least Ron was sitting down. Ron was sitting down in the chair with a cane. That's what Ron was doing. My dog was on a whole nother level. So I know, brother to brother, how I want to feel. But the comedian inside of me, the fool, the petty person, the petty person remembers that video.
So it's not hard to see. All you got to do is follow the tracks of his tears. Is that what's happening? Is that what happening?
Woo! Bro, I don't know. Like, I'm sitting up here I'm like, man, okay. So, all right, like y'all gotta stall me out a little bit. Like, y'all bust me upside the head.
Hey, Graham Adams said blue pills.
Yeah.
But blue I mean, wait, now hang on. Now, I don't know. Are there people, if I gotta take a pill to be able to SAU, maybe I shouldn't be taking that pill.
That ain't even, you know what? I wish I could say I felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This is where I'm at with it. You Smokey Robinson. I ain't never been Smokey Robinson. I ain't never been Smokey Robinson. But here's the damnest thing though. I ain't never been Smokey Robinson. I ain't never been Shannon Sharp. I ain't never been Tory Lane. I ain't never been Diddy. I would love to tell you, brother to brother, that I have not organized something similar to what Diddy did. The difference is everybody was grown and everybody came and left of their own free will. I'm just gonna say it right.
If somebody was on some drugs, it's because they wanted to be.
No, here was the thing: strict rules in place. Alcohol was the only thing allowed. See, we had rules. We had rules. We had, and here was the thing: didn't nobody force you to come. Didn't nobody force you to stay. Wasn't no locked doors. For what? You ain't finna do nothing you ain't got no business doing. Watch this, you ready? We had folks that was walking around about it, just in case folks got outside themselves.
Yeah, bruh, right here, what a Nazi saying, right here. One of the allegations was that Smokey pulled or pushed one of the women into a room. Does he have the strength at his age to push someone? Personally, I don't think so either, Nazi. Hey, bruh, I'm looking at Smoke. up there on that stage, do that look like somebody could have man, or did he do a Bill Cosby? What are we talking about?
You know what? I'm
I
gonna go to
need
it once
more
again.
details.
I'm gonna go to it once again. Daryl ain't ever been Smokey Robinson, and I don't think Daryl didn't ever. Daryl is Daryl. I don't think Daryl had never had them problems.
Not like that. Not like that. No.
So to me, I'm not saying anybody is guilty of anything. I don't want anybody to be guilty of anything. I really want it to be where everything works out in everybody's favor. That's actually how I feel. But I'm looking at, like, as you and I have gotten older, our lifetime, we've seen a lot of stuff. Now, Michael Jordan, his wife had to hire a private detective. Damn. Magic Johnson never got caught up, and he literally gave, when I say got caught up, got charged with anything, and he literally gave a woman a virus. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, we're men, we're attracted to women, right? And we can't say we've always I'm not finna lie and say I've always conducted myself like a perfect gentleman. If I'm guilty of anything, if I look back at my track record and I say, Theo, what were you guilty of?
I ain't never took it, though. I ain't never took it.
No, ain't never. Take it for what?
I had no desire to. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? This could be me. This could be me. This could be me. Big bro, it's Friday, right? You big bro, right? You big bro, so we finna talk. This could be me. It ain't nothing like it when she want it. When she whispering in your ear, telling you it's yours. Oh my goodness. She mess around and stick a tongue in your ear and everything. You're like, oh Lord Jesus, man. She mess around and start kissing you all on your neck while you.
And if you messing with women that want to stop, why on earth at that particular moment would you want to stop? That's a control thing. You know what? It ain't about, no, I don't. No,
here we go.
Turn into something else. I'm calm down.
I like this one right here, big dog. You ready? Another truth moment. Marine Corps involved. I'm somewhere, not gonna say, because I don't want nobody knowing what time this took place.
Damn.
So I'm with this young lady. I am with this young lady. We've been kicking the bobo strong, not strong. Daryl, I don't know the last time I've told this story. I think because it's so traumatic to me, I think I put it in the room and filed it away and just don't want to visit it no more. Grand Madam gonna laugh. I'm telling you, Grand Madam is gonna bust her ass out laughing. I'm telling you. So I'm over to the young lady place. Clothes off. Genitalia touching. See how I'm being PG? Genitalia touching. And she says, no, we can't do this. I need you to know I was like this. She said, no, we can't do this. I said, what did you just say? She said, no, we can't do this. Daryl, I got up. I put my clothes on. She said, what you doing? I said, I'm leaving. She said, why? I said, I said, you could have said no any other time. I said, no. I said, but I got to take that though. I said, and because I got to take it at this particular juncture, at this particular moment, the best thing for me to do is just leave. I found out that day cold showers don't work. They don't. I don't know where that myth came from. They don't work. This is where Grand Madam is at. Hold on.
Hey, my show is ringing. You good?
Let me call you right. Well, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and finish the story because it's funny.
Okay. Well, then that means. What the hell? I'm gonna tell a story. Yes, I'm going to tell a story. Paul Martin asked, "The hell she asking you where you going if she said no?" That is a very good question. And I can't answer for him. Grand Madam say that's not for her. That I here's story. Okay, this is a one-time thing. Y'all better hope Theo come back before I finish this story. So again, another Oakland story. Living in Oakland, California. And I wouldn't say I was dating two ladies at the same time so much as I was spending time with two ladies. And these two ladies were aware of each other. You know what I mean? And you know, when you're trying to decide, okay, I really want to be in a relationship, but I got to figure out which one of these two people are the more relationship type material. Okay. So there's the one girl, she live in East Oakland. She live in East Oakland, East Oakland. Okay. We talking like Havens Court, like 65th, 64th, somewhere around there. If you don't know nothing about Havens Court in Oakland, ask somebody live in Oakland about it. It's projects. Okay, there's Havens Court and there's Acorn. They projects. You know what I'm saying? Them kinds when you in them, you feel like you in danger. You know, you know what I mean? It was one of them. But hey, the things we'll do when we're young and foolhardy. So I goes in. And I old girl got like, I think like 3 kids. That's already strike one. Okay. The youngest one is in a crib. And you got the crib in the living room. That's strike 2. Okay. So we get intimate. And this guy in a mailman suit walks in. Right in the middle of it. Just walks in. Is her kid's father. Now, he don't live there, but I guess this was some of that cutting edge co-parenting stuff that was going on in the 90s before co-parenting became a thing. I don't know. Bottom line, I was able to just get up and walk out of there. Because he wasn't about that life. He was actually a straight, trying to get his life together and landed a job at the post office. But I don't understand why he was crushed about it. If they weren't, actually a couple, why are you crushed about it? Maybe because my kids are in there and you doing things with my kids in there. I don't know. Long story short, while I was in there, my radio got stole out of my car. So is that the price you pay for dallying where you ain't got no business dallying? I did a lot of dallying as a kid, man, and it was something. Paul Martin say, I got out without violence. Well, I mean, I sized him up. You know what I mean? As I'm walking by the dude, I sized him up. And I feel like if he ain't got a gun or a knife, he finna get this work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm walking up out of here. If he the only thing stopping me, that's why I got the idea to walk up out of there. Because when he came through the door, like, oh my God. And if I was in danger, it wouldn't have been no, oh my God. He would have just commenced to jumping on top of me or busting shots at me, but it wasn't like that. So I didn't feel like I was in. I mean, for that split second when he came through the door, I was like, but then I heard, oh my God, you sucker. You know what I'm saying? In my head, that's what I was thinking. But I ain't say it. You know what I mean? And Nancy, what you talking about? Nancy said that guy was lucky he didn't come at you because you would have kicked him in the face to Chala style. I love it. I love it. No, I was boxing back then, so yeah, he, like I said, he would have got that work. I mean, now I was crispy. I was like a crispy welterweight, you know what I mean? And the hand speed was just, it was there, that whole thing. And you know, in an age of headhunters, I was a body guy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you get close to me, I'm gonna touch you. So yeah, I mean, he did, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't have been there but like 160, 165 tops. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like 140, 150. You know what I'm saying? But I'm walking around. I mean, when I'm boxing, like 152. You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking around like 162. You know what I'm saying? Hand skills, what's up? You know what I mean? You ain't. You don't want to see me. Anyway, here y'all go. Hey, if D introduced himself, D would have said, I don't care. Hey, once I see you ain't attacking, you ain't violent, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing. Oh yeah, I'm up out. You know what I'm saying? Chuck up the deuces. Dig it. Yeah. But I mean, I think a lot of that stuff, y'all, comes with youth. You know what I mean? And eventually you outgrow it if it doesn't kill you or give you a disease or leave you with a limp or more kids than you had planned on having or child support payments or alimony payments or both. I just don't. That's diabolical. Do men get alimony? Just in the comments, y'all throw it out there. Do men? I remember when Mary J was getting a divorce, and I think it was, what's his name, Kendu, and they got and dude was asking for like alimony. Did he get it? Is Mary paying alimony to a dude she ain't with no more? Drop it in the comments if you know. If you don't necessarily trip. She said, yes, some men get alimony. Ask Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg paying alimony to Cash. Nah, I decided that she paying somebody alimony, I guess.
Did you say Whoopi Goldberg?
I said Whoopi Goldberg.
You know, I must have came back just on time then. Somebody I saw somebody put out a post or whatever about Whoopi Goldberg, and they said she was never ugly or unattractive, something like that. That was just the narrative people was trying to push, and folks went with it. And I said, you know what? She right.
Well, I tell it to you like this.
Color purple did not convince me that's how Whoopi looked. I'd already seen her before.
Well, here's the thing is, I don't 100% remember. Did Whoopi ever have eyebrows?
I think slightly to a degree, because I go back to Ghost with it and everything like that. Like she ain't never really had them like
That
that.
could have been fake, bro. I'm talking about like walking around, like on the street, walking around.
I ain't finna lie to you. I'm telling you what I remember.
Is there a picture anywhere of Whoopi Goldberg walking around with like for real eyebrows natural eyebrows that she was born with?
What I'm not finna do is lie to you and say yes. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So my thing wasn't so much that Whoopi was unattractive. It was she didn't have no eyebrows, and it's a preference. I got to be able to know if I'm surprising my woman. I can't tell if she's surprised if she ain't got no eyebrows. I got to be able to tell. What?
Maybe it's me. I'm too much like. Let me see if I got this. I'm a boomerang. Yeah, boomerang. I like that one right there. Okay. I'm not smashing her eyebrows. I'm not. I ain't. No, I ain't.
Yeah, but you, yeah. If that representation and or extension of you are fine with, rock on, King.
Yeah, because the only
preference. That's all I'm saying.
The only thing that I couldn't deal with, because I can deal with the bald head. I can deal with that. The low cut, I'm fine.
I've dated bald head women.
Right. What I can't deal with, where I just got to draw the line at, is the hair on the chest. I got to draw a sharp line right there. I got no, can't do that. I don't want to, and I'm not knocking anybody that does.
Okay, okay, understand something. If I'm dating you and we've been together for a little bit, and your eyebrows fall off, I ain't just gonna dip. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. But I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, initially, if I see you and you standing around in a mini skirt and a nice crop top and got jewelry and makeup on, and you ain't got no eyebrows, the date might not go as far as you think.
Well, you know what? Like I said, I feel you. She gonna go a lot farther with me than the female that's got. I'm sorry, the woman that's got everything that you just described on, and she got the Logan going on. I ain't gonna be able to do that. I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Because even the lady on the Ohio Player album that was bald headed had eyebrows.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So you can be sexy and have a bald head. I ain't tripping.
The thing that I can't navigate past is this right here.
Hair on the chest. What kind of women you messing with got hair on their chest?
Nobody. But we don't need to act like those women don't exist. Like that. I'm telling you. I'm just saying.
Have you had the misfortune of encountering this unicorn?
When you say encountering, what do you mean? You mean I haven't seen out in public?
Is women walk around with hair on their chest and is out in public?
Grand Madam?
Help me out here, Grand Madam. Is it ladies walking around looking like Bluto from Popeye? Well, I mean, what? Oh, so now
I'm just telling you.
Oh, so now that sexy hairy chest on the boobins, that's sexy now.
I'm just telling you where I'm drawing the line at. I'm not, I'm talking about me. She ain't gotta have no eyebrows. I ain't smashing her eyebrows.
Now she qualified it. Some men like women with hair on their chest. Sound off in the comments, men. If you are one of those men who like a woman with hair on her chest, I would like to talk to you. I have a question.
Daryl, I'm finna tell you what God loves. I ain't finna tell you what I heard. I'm finna tell you what I know. I have acquaintances that have told me a woman with hair on her chest is sexy as hell.
Okay,
and
how much
I looked at them just like this.
Are we talking about like little Charlie Brown hairs, or are we
Hell
talking
no,
about
hell no, hell no, to the no, no, no.
Magnet and caveman or some shit, hairy like that, to where it's covering up the titties, and the titties look like they got a fur pelt on the top of them? How much hair are we talking? I got questions. I'm
not body shaming. I'm not body shaming because some dudes they're sexy to them.
Questions. I got questions.
They're sexy to them. I'm saying what I can't do. I'm saying what I can't do.
Preguntas, por favor.
Huh?
I got questions.
I mean, about some dude.
Like, listen, I am 57 years old. I am just finding out today, right now, an hour and 57 minutes into this live broadcast, that motherfuckers is out there that like women with hair on their chest. This is new to me. This is some new shit. That's why I'm tripping like I am. There's men out there that like women with hair. Where are these cats at? I want to talk to you.
Woo! Listen, I'm just telling you, and there's been something going around since me and you was in elementary school.
Cause did you hear about they trying to grandfather gingers into black people? I'm fucking with you. It's a joke, but
I know. I've seen it.
It's funny, but it ain't funny.
I've seen it because my daughter Crystal, she sent me the video and everything like that. I was laughing. I was laughing. I thought it was funny. And I said, sweetie, I said, you know what? Yeah, I get it, but no. yeah, I get it, but no. And it literally only took 24 hours for a dude to show up. And you look at this dude and you would think that he looked black. He just had a nice tan, which is crazy because he's a ginger. He had the black hairstyle and everything. He had a shag. You should have seen the baseball cap. Had his eyebrows slashed and everything like that. He was like, so look here. And actually, no, I'm not even going to do him like that because he didn't talk country. No, he talked like he was a brother. But he started asking stereotypical questions like, when am I going to be invited to the barbecue and everything like that? I'm like, oh. So you could have just said, hey, I appreciate being invited to, you got to, it's one of them things where I don't understand because we're the only ones that do it. We keep handing out black cards. Well, when you got a white card, when you got the red card, the yellow card, or the brown card, you don't have them. We don't have those cards. Before you hand out a black card, can we start exchanging cards? Because we just keep wanting to hand them out. No, you a ginger. That's it. Well, we the black. No, you're not the black nothing. Because at the end of the day, you know what you're going to go back in there and tell your people? What? I'm white.
Grand Madam say they just got to have a little curl here and there, not great patches or anything.
bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not lying to you, bro. Like I wouldn't do that, bro. Like it ain't. That's what I said. It's like
Theo. I ain't say you was, Theo.
I'm gonna tell you.
I am a information seeker. I want to have data. I'm like Brainiac, man. I need to compile this information and store it so I can have it for later use. What on earth?
Listen, because I'm like this. Push come to shove. You know what? This is why I don't trip on the eyebrows. I've seen more than enough women shave off their God-given eyebrows just to draw on some eyebrows. And I'll be like, ain't you? Oh, you know what? Never mind. You know what? Never mind. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Clearly, this is, and it don't look it's not to the point where you drawing them on there where you look ridiculous. So we can make it work. We can make it work. Now, mind you, this need to be the eyebrows that you can put on like Bobby Lashley. They sweat proof. It's sweat proof because y'all, once you looking crazy as hell, one of your eyebrows off and now the other one on. I don't want to do that.
Black juice running down the side of your face.
I don't want to do that. It's either you can keep them on or don't even worry about it. It's not a deal breaker with me. It's not a deal breaker with me.
Do they set? I think they set.
But this right here on your chest,
you put them on like temp tattoos.
You got more hair on your chest than I do. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah, and that's where I was with it. I'm just like, oh, we walking around here, mother take off their shirt. They craving the hunter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, that's sexy. Come here.
You laughing, but no, yeah. Nah. You laughing, but no. You laughing, but yeah, no, that's for real.
Hairy-chested women. I'm on another planet right now, bro. I'm for real. I'm walking around looking at the territory. This is weird. Take me back where women just got regular bare chests. I'm not ready for this level.
But I mean, you know what? That's why to me, I never got it. I mean, to each their own and everything like that. To each their own. I'm not knocking. Do what you're gonna do. And everybody like everybody. That's the other thing. I think, you know, when we start talking about
there's some, I mean, cut y'all. There's some conversation stirring up in the comments about, okay, how can I gotta be delicate. Okay. Do we agree? Let's just put it like this. Theo and Rock With Me Nation, do we agree, opinions notwithstanding, that there are attractive people and that there are unattractive people? Meaning, what may be attractive to me may not be attractive to Theo. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's unattractive. It just means it ain't attractive in everybody's eyeball.
Everybody got a preference.
Now, that being said, now back in the day when me and you was little, we had thicker skins. We were a little tougher. You know what I'm saying? And it was not strange to see children on an elementary school playground, perhaps surrounding another child and bullying that child and telling that child that they unattractive. Now, we used to have a girl like that when I was in school, and the peoples would tease her because she was dark and she had a burn on her arm. You know, kids will tease you about any old dumb shit. Suffice to say, that woman today sings and dances at shows in Vegas.
Oh, I'd have looked past all that as a kid. She dark skin. Oh yeah, I'd look past all that.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta understand, what you are in elementary school ain't what you gonna be in middle school, ain't what you gonna be in high school, ain't what you gonna be as an adult. We all don't follow the same path. There are some people who are considered beautiful all their life. There are some people who have to achieve beauty. They have and I'm talking about a universal standard. I ain't saying my standard, your standard. I'm talking about what you plaster on the front of a magazine and say that's beautiful. What you walk into a department store and see on a poster wearing some clothes and somebody say that's beautiful. That's the standard, quote unquote. Now,
here's the thing. I like what you said. I do. I'm gonna piggyback off that if you don't mind.
Go for it. I was tired of talking anyway.
My fault. So I got me and my friend Eric Johnson. Shout out to Mr. Baker High School, class of 86, class of 85 was good. Camilla, Georgia. Back in the 80s, mid 80s, late 80s. We was a terror out there in the streets. We was a total, because we was the perfect. Like when I say We were the perfect combo. He was Shaq. I was Kobe. I'm gonna say that one more time. He was Shaq. I was Kobe. Except we had a better relationship. We had much better relationship. Rest in peace, Kobe Bean Bryant. Well, when we went out to the clubs, we went out and about. He was attracted to a certain type of woman that I wasn't attracted to. I was attracted to a certain type of woman he wasn't attracted to. And do you know, more often than not, when we went out, those women would always be in that combination. Wasn't no fighting. Wasn't no. I prefer the 16-ounce bottle.
Okay.
He preferred the 2-liter. You couldn't tell him, and I never tried to. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a preference thing. He didn't give 2 damns about the 16-ounce. There was nothing the 16-ounce could do for him. The 16-ounce could have been as small as Beyonce, and I'm saying that because we know Beyonce not small.
Everybody got a homie like that.
He did not care. He like, nah, that's who I want right there. So it's one of those things where, and it's society at the end, and it's society to the point where it's one of those things where.
Theo, yeah. Hang on one second. Grand Madam, what he means by 16 ounces 2-liter, a 16-ounce small, 2-liter big. Instead of bottles, think women.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Now go ahead.
Because I want to make sure people understand what I'm saying. I've dated women that are 6 feet tall. When I'm talking about 16 ounce, I'm talking about the shape.
That's what I said.
No, I want to make sure I was clarifying it for the audience, Grand Madam. I'm talking about the shape. Regardless of how tall a woman is, regardless of it was a particular shape that I was looking for. Well, he wasn't interested in that shape. Like, there was no way. Like, he wanted Lizzo before Lizzo started doing what she was doing. He would be mad if Lizzo was losing weight.
Gotcha. That being said, we all want no skinny, scrawny rail. You know what I'm saying? When I met my wife, she was like 120 something pounds. I'm like, oh no, this will not do. We're going to have to feed you. You're gonna have to get some thickness to you, girl. I see you got the potential in the back. We got to get the rest of the match. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can build them.
And that's the other thing. You absolutely can. Now, here's the sad part about this. As dudes, we don't get that luxury. I don't get the luxury.
You can if you're willing to be, if you want to, but women ain't hung up on looks like we are.
Listen, we could never complain about, I could never say it's messed up, man. Women don't want to date a dude that's under 6 feet tall. That's effed up. Ain't nobody taking it. We can't say that. I didn't have women tell me, you too short. You're not tall enough for me.
Bruh.
What's the complaint? Hey, that's messed up. You body shaming me, talking about give a brother a chance. You don't know what I could do for you. That's wrong. Society do not give 2 damns. This woman just told me I wasn't tall enough for her. And she could be 4 inches shorter than me and still say I ain't tall.
He said, hey, Grand Madam. Hey, he said, you say your mama did that to your daddy. He said she was 100 pounds. Hey, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It just, hey, I'm from Arkansas and we got chicken farms. We got pig farms. You got to fatten them up before you get the feast. You
know what? Here, watch this. This is real stuff. And I don't hear it as much as I used to hear it back in the day. We used to hear this whole thing. Women used to say, if you love me enough, you would just accept me for who I am. I ain't never agreed with that. I've always said that was bullshit. If you love somebody, the thing is that if the person loves you enough, they will accept you for who you are. But if you love them, don't you owe it to that person and yourself to improve yourself? Like,
Yeah.
when do we
Yeah.
start asking
I'm
our
saying,
mate to just
yeah.
settle?
Well, yeah,
Like that
I
mindset.
agree. I agree 100%. And a lot of times we don't take it that way, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we take it as somebody coming down on us, but it all goes back to something I heard in a sermon years ago. Had a pastor said to me about with women, you know what I'm saying? The man is the one with the vision.
I heard you
And,
say that,
and,
big dog. Yeah, yeah.
and the vision is what gets the woman to submit to you and follow. Because submission is a choice. It's not something that has to be done. Women submit based on what they see in you or what you tell them is why they submit, not because you say, I'm a man, woman, submit to me. But as time goes on, if you don't fulfill the things that you are saying that you're going to do, she's not nagging you. She's reminding you.
Right, right, right.
Remember that shit you said you was gonna do? When you gonna do it? How come you ain't doing it? If you getting mad when your woman tells you that, it's because you ain't doing that shit. Not because
You
she
know
kicked
what? Let me
your
break
nerve
that.
or because she's a nag and all of that type of shit. If you was doing it, she wouldn't be nagging.
You know what? Let me break that down Friday night vibe style. You feel what I'm saying, bro? I love this right here. I love it. I love the nice vibe. I kind of had a feeling tonight was gonna be one of them shows and everything like that.
At least one person agrees with me.
You know,
Thank you,
right?
thank you, Kamayo. Thank you,
Let me
sir.
break this thing on down like this. So me and Alicia met in 2019, and you know, it's one of those things where uh I was still trying to find myself. You know, had dealt with what I consider to be a traumatic breakup and everything like that. Went through a homeless situation, and I said to myself after talking to my brother Marshall and everything, I said, "Man, I'm just gonna put my head down, focus on bettering me, and focus on what's inside the woman as opposed to what's on the outside of the woman. I need to be clear and precise about what I need as a man." Because I'm looking at me, and I don't need to link up with a woman who does not share the same vision that I do. And I need to be very, very persistent. This is my vision. This is the direction that I'm going in. I was going in this direction before I got with you. You coming, we going in this direction together. I'm not going to go off in this direction and you stay off to the side. No, no, no. We coming together or we ain't going to do it. That was my mindset. So Leisha approaches me. She takes a leap of faith. And I say to myself, you know, at my lowest, what I consider to be my lowest, this woman saw something in me.
Was it because you were handsome?
I don't know. I don't know.
But I'm trying to make a point. Was it because you had a lot of money?
No, I ain't. No, it was just something she saw in me. A vision. And so we went out on a date. And you know, I'm at the stage in my life where she got 2 children. I have 2 children. Safe to say we know how to have sex. Proof is in the pudding. But I wanted to get to know her.
And you know she's a woman.
Right. Which is important as hell in 2000 in this day and age. So we had a conversation, and I wanted to lay all my cards on the table because I wasn't getting any younger. And I would just rather be by myself because I don't know how to do short-term relationships. You saying something?
No, I was throwing a J at Jay because Jay's here. So Jay figures. What's up, Jay?
Okay, that's what's up. I would rather be by myself. So I told her, I said, listen, I said, I have $1 billion dreams. I don't have $1,000 dreams. I don't have $1 million dreams. I said, I have $1 billion dreams. I said, and if you don't have $1 billion dreams, ain't no need in us even doing this. I say, because I'm going. And I said, I'm going. I said, the woman that's going to be with me, she got to come too. She can't stay off to the side. So this was, after we talked and I found out what her interests are, and she told me that she's a creator, and I had seen some of the things that she had created in the office. She made candles. She do Christmas ornaments. Like, she nice with it. Like, so, and she was doing t-shirts way heavy back then. So I'm like, she saw something in me that I was struggling to see. She's a creator. I'm a creator. We just create stuff differently. Well, that's synergy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's humble. I'm humble. She just wants somebody to love her. I just want somebody to love me.
Okay.
2 years later, we got married. if not the next year, because it don't take long when you know.
Like an R&B song.
Huh?
Sound like an R&B song.
Yeah. We got married in, I think, what was the COVID year? 2020.
Yeah.
We got married in 2020, and that was before God, because we weren't able to get to the courthouse because of the COVID. We got married again. Well, not married again. We got married for man's sake in 2022. When it's one of those things where when you got to know what you want, and you got to be real with yourself, and you can't get caught up on the outside. The outside, and because, like, to your point, the outside can be adjusted. The outside can be adjusted one way or the other. The outside can change this way. The outside can change that way. It's what's on the inside that matter. It's what's on the inside that matter. And if that person care about you like that, any changes that need to be made, they gonna make them on their own. So I just wanted to give that to, because the way you were saying it and everything like that, I don't think people understand. Yes, it's the vision, but to your point, you're not dragging the person along with you. No, it's a shared vision. You're telling them what your vision is. Your vision sounds good enough to them that it becomes y'all vision. You ain't beating them upside the head. It becomes y'all vision. You had the vision. They share the vision. It's not y'all vision, because that's how stuff works. As a couple, you can't do it by yourself if you in a relationship. No, y'all both gotta be Team Butler, Team Davis, whatever. Y'all gotta be in lockstep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. All of this, plays into the fact that one has to be, y'all got to be on one accord. So when I say giving vision, the vision has to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that will go without saying. If I give you a vision and you go like, take your little vision somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Ain't a whole lot I can do about that, except either come up with another vision or step. You know what I mean? And a lot of people seem to have been feeling that. Real quick, we was gonna talk about this movie right here. Okay, now I kind of touched on in my live last night why this movie needs to be successful. It needs to be successful because it is the genesis of a new franchise that James Gunn is kicking off and having us branch into, and that he wants to make the Trinity and Supergirl the cornerstones of this universe that he's going to build. I'm cool with 3 out of 4 of those. Well, because one of them is flat out lacking. I mean, what are you going to build with Supergirl? What have you ever built in the DC universe with Supergirl other than putting her in the Legion of Superheroes? Are we going to see the Legion of Superheroes? If you do that, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board 100% for that. If you're going to show me the Legion of Superheroes, because the Legion of Superheroes is long overdue in live action.
And here's the sad part, even with that. I'm old enough to know that the stories they telling via Supergirl and with the Legion of Superheroes, those are Clark stories.
They are, But I mean, I think all it was they just took Clark and replaced him with Kara. Because I mean the legion of superhero stories with Superboy from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and to a lesser degree the 80s. I think it kind of died out in the 80s, and then we had resurgence again. But bottom line, that was young Superman, teenage
The only
Superman.
reason why I said that, Daryl, is because we know Kara for two reasons, and one of them ain't even hers. Legion of Superheroes, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah,
those
I
are
mean,
two major storylines.
And that's what I'm saying. And again, I point that out. If y'all check out the live, it's like what has she done to make her worthy of building even a branch of a franchise around her?
My bad. Final Crisis. She became a disciple of Apocalypse. I'm sorry, don't want to forget that one either.
Well, yeah, but that was more of a. Is that a continuity story?
You can't build there. Two of them plot lines are crossover events. You can't do nothing with her with that. You ain't got to that point in your universe yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They already did that story, but it was a reimagining of her, or I would say a retcon of her origin story.
I don't know how they gonna do it. You asked the question. I based on what I just said. You said I don't know how. I don't know why. I will hope. I mean, I like James Gunn, but you know, I'm like this. I got Carl at the house.
Kamayo said the Trinity is your generation. Supergirl is their generation. This way, everyone gets what they want. So, what young hero in DC would you build a universe around? Young hero. It honestly is. Well,
considering we're how old?
57.
You know who's the right team to build this universe around? Crystalline is 24. It's the Titans.
Which Titan?
Do them 5. If you do them 5 and stay right there, the 5 that you had on Teen Titans, stay right there with them 5.
Okay, but so the Teen Titans are no longer the sidekicks of major heroes?
No, they would be, but here's my thing. When you ask, if the question is,
are we talking about continuity Titans, or are we talking about the most popular version of Teen Titans?
No, I was answering your question. I would use that version from the cartoon. I would use those, and the reason why I said I would use those is because while you know those aren't the original Titans, you at least watch the cartoon. I ain't talking about Teen Titans Go. That ain't what I'm talking about. You at least you at least like the cartoon, so you would watch a live action movie with those specific characters in it. Now, that's me and you being in our 50s. Well, those characters are liked well enough by the age group that Crystalline is in, 24. They know those characters. They like Kingdom. They was kids then, but they like
the question they asked that is asked. They already put in the answer I would have put in there. You fucking have Mr. Terrific in that movie. Why, based on Mr. Terrific's appearance and how he does in that movie, could you not build nothing around him? Ain't he coming at you with a whole damn squad of superheroes? Don't we want to know where them superheroes came from? Don't we want to know the origins of that team? Don't we want to know more about Mr. Terrific? Build a universe around Mr. Terrific. We can just fold Kara in with Superman stuff.
Okay, so let me ask this question. We doing this universe with Mr. Terrific. Are you coming out with a movie first, or are you coming out with a series plus first?
What they're saying, I don't know how they. Well, with Green Lantern, we know that's what they're doing. They're doing a series with Green Lantern. But as an article, I think it was Screen Rant, is that, you know, James Gunn is going to, because Supergirl got a movie coming out next year.
I don't know why. I don't know.
I'm just telling you, Supergirl got a movie coming out next year. And then there's plans to do a new Batman. And then there's plans to do a new Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? So everything
that should have been who the first movie should have been about, Wonder Woman.
Well, I mean, we doing a Trinity. I don't know what they doing, but James Gunn. That's why I'm chalking up to James Gunn. Give it to James Gunn. And, you know, if you don't connect with the past, bro, you don't connect with the past. You got Mr. Terrific right there.
If I was going to do something with Mr. Terrific,
why would you not build with that?
If I was going to do something with Mr. Terrific, what I would do with Mr. Terrific is I would set him up with his own series, right? His own streaming series. I would get about 10 episodes. I would get about 10 episodes. The episode length would be 45 minutes a piece. I would use the first season to world build. I would have certain characters. Metamorpho would pop up as a character. Who else would pop up as a character? I know they wouldn't want to do it, but I would try and find a way to get, at the very least, either Jon Stewart. If I couldn't get Jon Stewart, I would want to get Jefferson Pierce over there.
You already got Jon Stewart's going to be in that universe, so.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know how DC Warner Brothers be tripping about the Green Lantern characters, but I would definitely want Metamorpho. I would want Plastic Man. I would definitely want Eel O'Brien to pop up in that.
I still have yet to see a movie giving me the stretching superpower effect in live action the way I wanted to see it.
Right. And Eel O'Brien presents a whole lot of problems because he ain't just stretching.
Exactly. But I think that would be easier to do with CG.
Right. I would want to see Ted Kord. Because I think there would be some great synergy between Ted Kord and Michael Hope. Because we're talking about his IQ, his genius level intellect, I would like to see him get into it from a periphery aspect where we could set up something in a crossover event where he's aware that Lex Luthor is doing something. But I would like to get it set up. If I was going to do it,
we got a Lex Luthor in that movie, that could still happen.
Right. I would I wouldn't give him a movie initially. I would use his first season to set him up, and it would be called Mr. Terrific. What I would resist the urge to do, I know it would be tempting to do, but to make sure that I keep the show focused on him, there would be a temptation to give him a show called The Terrifics. I wouldn't want to do that.
So we don't see him being worthy of, and especially after this Superman movie, we ain't gonna be talking about Mr. Terrific like we was talking about T'Challa from Captain America Civil War.
He's got a lot of potential. Jeff Johns did a lot when he was writing Justice Society of America. He did a lot with Michael Hope. He did.
And we got Mr. Terrific year one out with, coinciding with this movie coming out. Bruh,
Michael Hope as a character allows you, if you're Warner Brothers, DC, to go in a plethora of directions that make sense. He does. He just does. He just does.
Well, we talk. You just gonna push the third smartest man in the world aside, and not
just have a vision. You gotta have a vision. Did we just talk about vision? That's
James Gunn. That's James Gunn. James Gunn gotta have a vision, not me.
And watch this. Once again, I got Mr. Terrific at the house. I'm not pressed.
Mr. Terrific right over there. Hey, you know what?
Woo!
Speaking of that, perfect segue, sir. Do you want to see these two action figures I got?
I mean, I would have thought that would have been a given based on how long we've been knowing each other. But if you need me to say yeah.
Okay. That's a lead off. That's a lead off. Okay. Here go one right here. That's
that. Wait, okay. I see what you got there. That's the Adam Strange.
That's that Adam Strange. Now, you see the different facial expressions he got?
In essence, you got DC at the house.
Okay, but I didn't stop there. I also saw this and I was like, Same figure. Just different color.
Oh, that ain't the Blackest Night Adam Strange, is it?
No, it's still Adam Strange. It's just a different color. Like they did with that icon. You got like this standard icon. You got this one with the green and red, but you also got that one that's like black and red, and there ain't no green.
When that come out?
It's out. It's been out, and it's more expensive than the green and red one.
I bet it is.
So I saw it on eBay, and I think somebody was asking like $60-something for it. Same thing with Agent Liberty. I don't know why, but Agent Liberty, I think, is going to go higher because Agent Liberty made an appearance in Power Company.
Man.
And it was a black Agent Liberty.
I saw that. You know what I want? Me and you talk, all of us talk, Kamoyo and everything like that.
Right.
Mr. Smith. When I talk to these cats online, or when I ask the questions and they be going off saying dumb shit, at the end of the day, bro, stop me if I'm wrong. Because, I know how people view me and everything like that, but I know how I view y'all.
Okay.
All these black characters, man, by and large, suffer from the same thing. And it's even with T'Challa and Aurora, it's underdeveloped.
Yeah, of course.
It's underdeveloped. When you look at all of them, and even if I had to tell a white person, like, if you really want to look at it, that's what Wonder Woman suffers from. Wonder Woman's primary villain is the cheetah. Okay, and
well,
the cheetah ain't on the same level, huh?
Kinda. They redefined her when post-crisis.
Yeah, but she still ain't on the same. The cheetah, neither the
cheetah. No. I'm saying when they redefined Wonder Woman,
right?
Post-crisis, it seemed like more focus was put on Ares.
And even he ain't on the same. That's what I was getting ready to say. Even he, regardless of who you say, whether you say Diane, whether you say the cheetah, or whether you say Ares, neither one of them are on the same level as the Joker nor Lex Luthor. And what do we say? The hero is only as good as their villain. That's how I would get the person that's not black to relate. But when you look at black characters and everything like that, the fact that T'Challa's chief nemesis is being viewed as an alternate to T'Challa is a problem. Sam don't have one. Misty Knight don't have one. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to tell you what that problem is? You want me to tell you why we had that problem? It's because we got conflicting narratives. We allow the lexicon, the language, the everything about the cinematic versions of characters. We let that bleed in to the mainstream comic stuff, and it becomes convoluted. Because how many times have you got into a conversation, a debate, or anything with anybody, and everything that they was throwing at you and basing it on was on the cinematic version? And they didn't, and you just got done talking about this. They telling you about the cinematic version like they the guru and know everything there is to know about that character, but don't know shit about the comic book version of that character. You don't like that character. You just want to be in the know and sound like you know about that character.
Bro, I promise to God, bro. I looked at 2 dudes today. One of them even got an award, bro. And I'm like, oh, we're so excited for Ironheart. Really? How? I can't tell. You don't even talk about this damn character. You don't talk about this character. And the character's representation, the MCU version, literally sits on the damn shelf at Ollie's. So it's safe to say quite a few folks don't, because how you saying you've been waiting on Riri, and literally Riri is at the comic book store. Like you shouldn't be waiting on Riri. You should have your feel of Riri. Bro, I'm sitting up here like, I know damn good well Hasbro ain't gonna make that action figure. Because I know Hasbro like, oh hell no, we lost money on the first verse. There's nothing that happens. Her nemesis in the series, folks wanted, because I said, how does this work? Oh, it's mysticism versus science. Really? No shit, Sherlock. No. How does this work that Riri Williams, who is a mentee of Tony Stark, is taking on the Hood, who is either Daredevil, Moon Knight's, or Ghost Rider's nemesis, and Mephisto? First of all, her taking on Mephisto is her taking on the dirt now. That's what that is. She ain't walked. You've seen this character twice, and June will be the second time. And this character is all of a sudden savvy enough to take out Mephisto. This is gonna be Captain America all over again.
Why would you pit her? Why would you pit her against Mephisto?
It's gonna be Captain America all over again. You know how you said
of all the many hundreds of villains in the MCU or the period in Marvel that you could have used, you picked the one that has absolutely no connections whatsoever, not even degrees of separation to Ironheart. How do you connect Mephisto and Ironheart? What are the degrees of separation? How do you connect Mephisto to Ironheart?
I ain't connected the Hood to Tony Stark yet. I got him connected to Norman Osborn, the Dark Avengers, but I ain't got him connected to Tony. I don't. And I'm sitting there, I looked at the dude power set. He fires mystical bullets. What's he gonna do with that?
Don't that go right through regular old armor?
Who's she consulting with in a 6-episode series? Is because ain't nobody said nothing about no Jeremiah Jerome. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Wong. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Steve.
Wait. Mephisto has taken on multiversal versions of the Avengers.
You got that series, huh?
Mephisto called all of his multiversal counterparts to one spot.
You talking about the council of Mephistos.
And Riri Williams get ready to go. But okay, I guess ain't none of that happened in the MCU yet. Oh, he just took on the Silver Surfer. Oh, wait a minute. You see, you can't connect nothing. Yeah, they sever all of their connections. The connection you could have had, you're like, nope, I don't want that connection either. I'm gonna make it Shalabow.
Did you see the trailer?
For what? Fantastic Four?
No, Riri Williams. Ironheart. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah. Why the armor so big?
You know why? Cause Ryan liked bubblegum pop, that Japanese anime. Don't do that. You know that's why. You know he liked that.
Bro. Nah, bro.
No, for real.
Oh, hold up, time out for real.
No, serious, dead ass. You come on, dog. You know I wouldn't lie to you, bro. That's where the inspiration
right
for the
here,
armor come from.
This what we looking at for True? This what we looking at?
Bro, I'm telling you where it came from. It came from that Japanese animation called Bubblegum or Bubble Pop something. It's about a group of Japanese.
Bubblegum Crisis?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, that's an oldie. Or did they remake Bubblegum Crisis?
No, that's where the inspiration from her Mark 1 suit of armor came from.
Yeah, the two female cops, and they got these suits, and yeah.
Ryan Coogler is a bubblegum. What is it called again? Bubble what?
Bubblegum Crisis.
Brian Coogler is a Bubblegum Crisis fan. Quote end quote. And so when they were thinking about the Ironheart armor, that's where they drew the inspiration from.
Okay.
So
hey, you remember? No, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna
say. So what I was gonna say was, I'm looking at the trailer, and I talked about this on TikTok. What's wrong with her just being a college student? Why she just can't be Dwayne Wayne or Whitney or Freddie or Denise going to college?
Because Disney doesn't know how to write black characters, and they hire people that go even further.
Right, she going for an interview. Why she couldn't go to a high tech job for an interview? Why that's where she going?
I ain't write that movie.
And is she even dressed for an interview? Like, if she's going for a high tech job interview, was she even dressed like she was going for that position? Like, if she's as smart as she is, right, and she's going to MIT, why would she go there in that area to go get a job?
I already told you. Because the people writing that don't take the universe proper into consideration. They just have their ideas that they want to build on, and so far most of them are hit and miss.
Why she couldn't be a college student, have some friends that go to college and they do stuff like, give me the person that wrote the series at Different World, or at least the person that watched Different World, and they should be able to give me a college centered series featuring a college student.
So we doing a Different World with a suit of armor?
I think that's closer to the character. I think she's closer to Different World and Higher Learning. But
I could rock with a Higher Learning type atmosphere. That might, because that would be more real. That would be more real to what you deal with on a college campus.
Yeah, but you can give me the Different World. Like, if we want to crack some jokes, that give you some jokes. We even got some real world stuff in Different World. We got some real world. Huh?
Well, where's she going to school?
She go to school at MIT.
Okay, so that's gonna be a diverse kind of setup.
It ain't the hood.
It shouldn't be.
What MIT student going to the hood for a job interview?
Maybe she wants to give back to her community, Theo. I'm trying to be devil's advocate, but it's hard. It's very hard.
Buddy gonna shoot at her with some mystical bullets. But Buddy gonna shoot at her with some mystical bullets. And what I'm supposed to believe, within 6 episodes, and all 3 they airing all 6 of them in 2 weeks. First 3 one night, second three. Bruh, it's May. This come out in June. When folks talk to me about racism, I be like, so you want to say what? Because the folks talking, criticizing the show, they're racist, but you don't see anything odd about the fact that a series that comes out in June is only being promoted for 2 weeks. You don't find it odd that the movie with a whole bunch of characters don't look like you. They've been advertising since January. You don't, but the TV series with you, it come out in June.
I mean, honestly though, are we shocked?
No, I'm not.
Is where I'm
No,
at
I'm
with
not.
it. Are we they just keep banging at us with these off brands. And it's like, bruh, you are not going to get the result you want with your young off brand unless you bite the bullet and make a live action Miles Morales. That's the only way you're going to get people to flock to it the way you want people to flock to it. Ain't nobody flocking to Riri Williams. Ain't nobody flocking to Moon Girl. Ain't nobody flocking to Kamala Khan. Ain't nobody flocking to these characters that y'all keep throwing up here saying, well, watch with this, or watch what we do when we do this right here. And okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, you know me and you. We kids at heart. We all, we been act like that. So, we want to appeal to the younger group. You know, the easiest way, quickest way to do that is via animation. Well, here's what me and Daryl know. Me and Daryl know there's one 15-minute episode dedicated to Riri Williams on Disney Plus, and it's old as hell. There's one Disney Plus animated episode, about 15 minutes, dedicated to Kamala Khan. It's on Disney Plus, and it's old as hell. Well, what are y'all saying? Disney, Marvel Studios don't believe in them damn characters like that. well, why did they do a uh-oh, we about to lose some juice. Hold on. Let me not do it. Well, why did they do a Disney Plus series? Oh well. I don't know why they did them other damn movies. There we go. There we go. Dang, Darren, why you tell me I had the phone plug up? I might be getting ready to jump.
Look like bubble. It don't even look like Bubblegum Crisis. That shit look like a broke Gundam.
Well, that's her Mark II armor. So that would be a
that's the better one? Oh, that's that's the fucking that's the upgrade. That's just the upgrade. Hold up, let me because I got a picture. I hope it come up. I got a picture of it in raggedy shit. And it's like, Brad, what we talking about over here? That's the upgrade? Nah, I call Cap. Cause it looks cause this shit looks
exactly. You know what's funny?
Like,
you know what's funny when you call Cap? Even if Hasbro do this damn action figure, right? The same folks who gonna be in the comment, oh no, man, y'all just hate, y'all just being racist, man. That suit of armor look tight as hell. They're not gonna buy it.
Okay, hold up.
Okay, well, I guess that's the Mark I.
How is that shit? Other than it being rusty, how is that shit drastically different from?
Yeah, that's the Mark III then. I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's the Mark III.
How is that drastically different from this shit? It looked a little more streamlined, but
she went to Wakanda, remember? She went to Wakanda and designed her some Japanese-inspired armor.
Bruh, here we go. Here we go. Call me the prophet. Here's a prophecy. Flop. I mean, you'll get all that attention in first 2 weeks. There's not enough coherent shit in Ironheart for y'all to go, oh, we knocked another one out the park. No, there's not enough in there. You took a paper thin concept and made it even thinner. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens to onions when you slice them real thin? You know what happens to them? They liquefy.
Bro, here's what's funny to me. The same folks that keep saying the same thing, black content creators, they didn't do enough to keep Captain America 4 afloat. Them the same, oh no, I like that. You didn't even go back and rewatch Captain America. And you're gonna do the same damn thing with this Ironheart. You capping so damn hard, and you not gonna do what it takes for the series to be successful your damn self, because you not gonna like it. But you not gonna come back and tell your fan base it was a piece of crap. I don't like that.
Man, I could walk into Marvel.
Going.
I could walk into Marvel and blow them out of the water with one concept. One concept that they've been glazing past. One concept that they refuse to look at. One concept that's been sitting around for 30 fucking years and ain't nobody tried to do nothing with it.
What's that?
New Warriors. If you want to capture the teens, if you want to capture the fucking young people, you're telling me New Warriors would? You telling me New Warriors would capture the young people?
I told them today on TikTok, I don't want Marvel fucking with Dwayne Taylor.
Well, if you're trying to make something young, if you do it right,
nah.
New Warriors,
I know
New Warriors got the potential to be Marvel Teen Titans.
Here it is right here. I agree with everything you're saying.
They ain't even using it.
Here's the thing. I agree with everything you saying. I don't trust current leadership with that idea at all. No. You know what? Just leave Dwayne Taylor and the New Warriors where they at. Because you know what I don't want? This is what I don't want. I don't want to have to deprogram a bunch of folks in regards to Dwayne Taylor, what we're having to do with every other damn black superhero at this particular point in time. I don't want to have to do that. Because I know what they're going to do. The MCU is going to give folk, because Miss May Kent told me who it was, Avery DeVry, I think the young lady that was over Black Panther first, she left over creative difference. Ava DuVernay. We don't talk about her. Like, her name don't get talked about a lot. Like, she left for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? And she is a Black Panther fan. She said that, unlike some other folks. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't trust Marvel's vision with any black character. I don't like the piss poor representation. I don't know what to say in regards to everybody looking at the hot shot writer. And I'm like, why does every damn story start off the same damn way? What is we doing? Because even when you look at Black Panther, where did it start out? Oakland. It was in the hood. Like, what? Every damn time we turn around, it's got to be in the damn hood. Like, dude, what is you doing? So I don't want, Dwayne Taylor ain't from the hood. You know that. I know that. I don't want to deal with a whole bunch of folks that's going to say, oh, Dwayne Taylor does this. No. It's been enough. It's been enough propaganda put out there in regards to our character. It's been enough damage done. I leave Dwayne Taylor where they at. They want to know Dwayne Taylor. Fine. Either A, Marvel Unlimited, $9.99 a month, or take your ass to your local comic book store. We can chop it up online.
Well, be that as it may, they got a ton of ideas that young people, what would be wrong with making Moon Girl live action?
She's probably gonna start up in the hood too.
She too black. She too smart. She too smart. She's smarter than Reed Richardson. They don't want to see no shit like that.
They don't want to see that in the comic book. Moon Girl ain't nowhere to be found. What they just put on
but when we crying and hollering and talk about what these young people love, it get like that.
You know what? I would love for the young people, and maybe it's me being biased. I would love for the young people to do what we did. Put your money where your mouth is. What the young people are telling me, based on the comments, one, they don't mind being rude as hell, which means they ain't got no home training. But two, they want everything spoon-fed to them. Moon Girl, for a young person that likes that character, they have unlimited access to Moon Girl. Just I like mean, you and I.
They got the animated version, which is fine, but
they go get the animated
version Spider-Man. They rushing everything else to screen. They're rushing everything else.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But when what I'm saying is that when I'm looking, I don't like the representation on screen. So when I'm looking at the young person, I'm saying I would prefer the young person did what we did when we were young. We didn't rely, like when Spider-Man came on CBS, we knew damn good and well what was going on. Like nobody could come back and tell me and you that was Spider-Man. We knew better. We knew better. Between the animation and the comic books, the animation which we had to find on TV because it didn't always come on the same channel depending on where you were, or the comic book store which you had to go find depending on where you were at. We knew who Peter Parker was. Even when Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk, we were like, we know that. Okay, we kids, we get it. Put some spray paint on him. We're gonna take it. We knew the man from Atlantis. We knew damn good and well that was Aquaman. Okay, copyright issues. Okay, all right, cool. It's the man from Atlantis. we knew. We went and got it. This crop of fans, they sit on their ass, and I'm talking about black folks. They sit on they swear they care about these characters, but you and I can see based on the sales in the comic book store and the characters at Ollie's, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, even if you and I look at their participation at the movie theater, you go in the first week and that's it. Stop lying. Just stop lying. You ain't doing a damn thing except bumping your damn gums. We didn't do that. We bought the Micronauts. Hell, ROM just came back out. Me and you had ROM when we were kids. I would prefer the black fan go get it. Because once you get it, you got it. Just like we did. If you're waiting to be spoon-fed, well, we already see how the system get down. They gonna give them any damn thing, Daryl, and they gonna eat it and swear that's good.
Well, you yourself just said we ate it because there was nothing else there.
But we knew the
difference. That's why we ate it.
We knew the difference, though.
We knew the difference, but this is a different time, brother.
Bro, you know what?
It's time. And dropping a concept ain't the same thing in 2025 as it was in 1982.
This might be two different things, but just like I said, if they want to know the latest, they want to know the lyrics to the latest damn rap song, there they gonna learn it. They'll repeat lines from their favorite damn TV show or their damn movie. So I'm not here for the damn excuse. If you want to be spoon-fed something, then damn it, be woke about what you're receiving. Because you might be
okay. You misunderstand. I'm not talking about things the way they should be.
No, what I'm saying, I'm answering that question. What I'm saying is, I agree with you. If you're gonna do something, the New Warriors would be the project. I didn't disagree with you. I agreed with you. What I'm saying is I don't trust this current regime with the New Warriors project. I would prefer for them to just keep it where it's at. I understand we want our kids, our young folks, to love the characters we love. You know what I'm saying?
So then your answer to that question would be nothing.
No.
If that's what, because the question was what young hero could they put out right now?
Oh shit! I don't know. Shit, none. None.
That was it.
Yeah, none. Hell no. Hell yeah. I'm sorry. My bad. No, nothing. Shit, no, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. No.
So if that's the case, then nothing. Nobody. They don't need to make no show about no young hero. If Ironheart is the best you can do, you need to stop fucking with young heroes.
Bro, they couldn't get damn Kamala Khan right. Like, ain't no Miss Marvel fan bragging about that damn show. Ain't no Carol Danvers fan bragging about the damn Marvels movie. Like, stop the cap. Like, yeah.
Why do we have to get behind it? Why do we have to get behind it from a cultural standpoint? A movie.
Hey, sweetie, daddy in the office.
I don't care. I don't care if there's black people in it.
Come here, sweetie. Oh, you home by yourself?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool beans. Yeah, you gone?
Yeah.
Huh?
They're gone.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna be out there in a second, in a minute. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In a minute. He be done in a minute. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Woo, boy! When you talk about it being a new day and age, the more things change, the more things stay the same. That's all I can say.
True.
Nah, man. Like I said, man, I'm with you, man. Like, honestly, if I would love for the new Warriors to get the Teen Titans or the New Justice the Young Justice, not Young Justice last season. I'm talking about Young Justice season 1, season 2.
You could even give me something animated. It seemed like you got more leeway to do stuff in an animated format.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, man. When you say the new Warriors, like that was my squad. Like I know the Teen Titans and everything, but I'm like, no, man. I got a brother over here that's a millionaire.
Bruh. And I mean, and if they did it the same way that they did Earth's Mightiest Heroes, you get 2 seasons. You get 2 seasons out of New Warriors easy.
Man, come on. Do I see myself as a millionaire, dashing, young, and handsome, or do I see myself as a dude that's 1/3 of a man? Come on, that's easy.
better be the former.
Hey. Oh, hold on.
He's sideways. That's going to be more prophetic than it sounds. Actually, it does sound prophetic.
Jesus, I'm tripping.
Hey,
okay, I'm gonna leave and come back. I'm gonna leave and come back. They got folks calling me.
Okay,
calling.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna take this time to tell y'all about another. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta go grab some stuff real quick. Don't go nowhere. It's gonna be like 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm back. Now, I was sitting here the other day thinking, hey, you have a few Street Fighter figures, right? So Street Fighter is a Capcom property and recently added we're gonna be doing some Marvel versus Capcom. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do a Marvel versus Capcom photo shoot because like I said, I'll throw Theo to get sick, but we got the characters. So we could just do a Marvel versus Capcom.
Ain't nothing like having it at the house.
I got 6 of them. I think I don't know. I think it's like 7, 8 in the line. So yeah, once I get enough of them to start pitting them against each other. So as far as what's going on this weekend, I will be doing my Black Panther number 16 review. And I will also be doing my the best of the best, round 6.
I read that.
Black Canary. Bruh. Not the ending you were expecting, huh? That's a little different. That's a little bit different.
I said, my brother Darren got me at least checking it out. I got to check this thing on out because I heard you talk about it Thursday night. I said, you know what? The hell with this. Let me read issue 6.
Bruh. I mean, it's like an episode of WWE. Is what I like when I look at the whole series overall. It's like Shiva on that WWE shit. She is just doing the most. You know what I'm saying? She coming off the top rope. She calling Black Canary white trash. Bruh, I'm like, Shiva is doing it, ain't she?
Bruh, snatched off her wig. Which didn't come off easily. Looked like some skin.
I always wondered about that too. I always wondered about that. I'm like, much bouncing around as that ever do, and that wig don't never come off. Shit, we do the electric slide, and our ladies' wigs get crooked.
Bro, I mean, it was intense. It's all I will say to y'all is this: if you ain't ready for that, don't do it. If you're ready for it, do it. Now, this issue 6 was intense. I don't even want to think about what issues 1 through 5 were.
Well, you know what, Theo? Thankfully for you, you don't have to. After I do this video, I will put them all in a playlist where you can watch them in succession.
There you is. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. If you want to see somebody getting their ass
ain't no thing. You want to see some do some ass whooping going on in that whole series. I even had a video. I called it "I'm gonna kick your ass" because that's what was going on.
I was trying to figure out where the referee was when she would hit her with the chair. I'm like, God, you ain't what? What's the referee?
I could have swore in issue 1 they said it wasn't no weapons. Ain't that a weapon,
bro? Broke the chair over her and commenced to whooping her ass with the.
So here's the thing.
Woo!
I thought about that, but then I said to myself again, Shiva's the bad guy. Shiva is the heavy, right? Ain't Shiva the heavy? So if Shiva's playing heel, then Shiva got to do heel shit, right?
Listen. Shiva was talking that talk. You want me to tell you did a great job? You want me to tell you I commend you for putting on such a tough fight? No, I ain't finna say none of that. Say you surrender. Oh, bitch ass. Like, golly. Like, damn.
Hey, I didn't know Sandra Wusan got down like that, but I'm like, okay, all right,
but
Sandra.
You know what I said to myself?
Let her know how you really felt about it.
Once again,
Kamayo say so. Best of the best figure shoot. Well, I gotta get a Lady Shiva. I mean, I was thinking about doing one where I was gonna have Xialing, Shang-Chi's sister, stand in for Lady Shiva.
Would I be wrong if I said that best of the best is the comic book version of the Players Club fight?
Nah, Player Club fight. I know what you're getting at, but yeah, I mean, it got to a point where it was reminiscent. There was some scenes in there on like, oh, she on the ground and she kicking her. Oh, okay. I remember when Diamond was doing that to Ronnie.
I'm just like the amount of brutality. But once again, I know it's gonna sound funny because I said it once earlier today. The feet are undefeated. The feet are undefeated. They undefeated.
Bruh. I think I might do a video about how many times T'Challa done kick somebody in the face, bruh, in Ultimate Black Panther. After I do that. He kicked a lot of people in the face, man. In 16 issues, a lot of people got kicked in the face. Not kicked in the stomach, not kicked in the face.
That's how she got Shiva, kicked in the shit.
Look here, man. What you got going this weekend?
I got Black Panther issue 522 coming to people's way and everything like that. We're gonna go ahead and get caught up on this Blackest Night. I think it's issue 5 that I got coming. Yeah, we're gonna do that and everything like that because I really want to do that. I want to get that Blackest Night. But I really want to get when Black Panther, Man Without Fear, issue 522. If you have it, if you have the whole series with the hate monger in it, go back and read it and see, don't it remind you of certain stuff? Current.
Yeah, I already know. I already know.
That's it, That's it. I might do a Captain America shoot. And when I say Captain America, I mean my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that has been another wonderful, fun-filled, unexpected, but expected, and thrilling episode of Friday Vibin with D-Real and Theo B. I am D-Real. That over there is Theo B. This has been Friday Vibin, and I thank everybody in the Rock With Me Nation and the folks that ain't in the Rock With Me Nation for coming through. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to this page if you haven't already. I'm working on something. That's it for now, y'all. But for right now, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. Check out my man Theo B on I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying. He's live, all the way live every day. So between the two of us, you're going to get what you're looking for. This has been Friday Vibin. We'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.